Hello there. I'm a little out of breath. I was running upstairs to make a delivery and came on down and chat with you. So today, talking on Tuesday at 2, this is Cheryl Lentz, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Hello, good afternoon. I'm really excited. So I have, I've been playing with the stamp set, the bundle, well, the stamp set mainly, in Symmetry, which I think is so sweet. Hi, Lynn. It's so, I love it. I love it. I love the paper. So I've been using the paper for quite a while before I even got the bundle. So I like it because it has nice little tight patterns in the paper. I'll show you that. And hi, Patty. And the other thing that is really nice about it is that it's on sale. So it's one of the papers that are 15% off. So I think it's, let's see here. It is, let's see. Oh, catch my breath. $9.78. So it was $11.50. So good deal. And it's really great paper. So I'm going to show you that. And then also I was playing with the Give It a Whirl dies. I can't think. The Give It a Whirl dies. So that was really fun. So I'm going to show you the card I quick made this morning. And then on Friday, I will make one of the cards so we can do it online. With you, showing you how to use the dies. So I thought I would play with it a bit more, but it was really easy, much easier than I thought. So, oh, Patty, you're in Illinois. Oh boy, on the road. Well, travel safely, and yeah, it's nice to see everything. I would sure hope that we get to see you when you hit the Wisconsin border. So, yeah, that's very nice. And Susie, I know Susie's watching. She's normally in Florida, Southwest Florida, and she's in Colorado. So y'all are traveling all about. I'm living through you all. Let me know where you're at. And I'm down here in Wisconsin. So you can see behind me. See all those? Patty, we're doing a card buffet. Instead of the 4 cards for Kismet class, you have a choice of 18 different cards. So same time frame. You come in, you pick whatever 4 you want. If you have more time and want to do more cards, you can purchase them individually. Really fun. Hi, Cindy. It's a really fun, I'm so excited because the July 21st will be the first time we're doing it here. So I have been designing like a crazy person and pulling over here. I'm pulling out all my retired ribbons and all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot going on, but we have all of the cards cut and ready. All the ink pads are in, everything's in place. Knock on wood that it'll go smoothly and have fun. So I'm going to turn the camera around. We're going to do in Symmetry a card today, and then I'm also using in Symmetry comes in a bundle with a punch, but I did not use the punch because I didn't use it. But I did use the scallop contour dies. So I'm going to show you kind of a cool thing with those dies. So with all that said, I'm going to settle down. I'm going to turn it around. We're going to look at the in Symmetry paper and we'll start playing. So welcome everybody. Let me know that you're here. See the cat's scowling around there. Hopefully she doesn't jump on the desk. Yes, you can come on the 21st, Lynn. I will put you down. So morning, afternoon, it's going to be a lot of fun. So, all right. I am going to turn the camera around. I'm going to take a breath. Thank you for joining me. Let's get stamping. Woohoo! Yeah. Here we go. I think this is the turnaround. So we're going to go for a little ride here. Bear with me for a moment. There we go. Woo! Sorry. I know that gives some people like, oh, Peter is, he gets like seasick. So, and I think some people get that same feeling. So I'm so sorry. All right. So this is the in Symmetry, and it comes in a bundle with this punch, which is, it can do a bunch of them and line up. You can take a border and just run it through there. And it cuts out, there we go. See, I have it written on. So it cuts out these 2 leaves, which are really nice. I think this is one that you'll use like on different cards too. I think it'll, it's like one of those nice little, oops, see, I knew it moved. There we go. One of those nice little afternoon. Okay, Lynn, I'll put you down here. Lynn, afternoon. And then I'll call you and go, what was that for? No, I will get you in right after we're done here. So here it is in Symmetry. The bundle is on page 113 of the annual catalog, so you can take a look at that. It is $29.50, and it's a photopolymer set, which I totally love. This flower is a half flower, but you can put two together, and guess what you get? A whole flower. So I'll show you a card that I did that with. So this is the stamp set, and then this is the paper, and I've showed this before. So this paper is just unbelievable. I'm gonna just pull it out quick so you can see, because I totally am in love with this paper. So here we go. One side. Let's see here. This back side. I mean, look at how lovely that goes together. It's just like, oh my goodness sakes. They did such a great job with this. So there's one. I've gone through a number of them, so I had to open a fresh pack here for you, because I've used this a lot in some of my card kits, because I just love the tight little patterns. I love the bright cheery colors. I'm not so happy that my light keeps flickering, but here we go. Ta-da. And then here's another one. Here's the back side. Oh my goodness. So look at all the cool, the darker monotone colors from the Just Jade, Calypso Coral, Bumblebee, Night of Navy. Who doesn't love that? And then all these great bright patterns and colors. There we go. Flirty Flamingo, Yahoo. Let's see here. I think, yeah. Is this the same? No. Okay, so here's another one. This one here. There we go. So I love that they combine all of them. So, like this doesn't have the Night of Navy in it. This one does, combines the Bumblebee and the Calypso and it's just like, oh my gosh. There we go. There are all of them. This is beautiful paper and such a deal on sale the rest of the month for 15% off. Look at those great patterns. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so, whoops, I got pens flying all over the place. Let me move this off to the side. And let's see here. So here is the card that we're going to make today. Using that paper, using the matching stamp set, using the, oh, I love it so much, sequence that has no holes in it. So that matches up really nice. Ta-da! So for this piece here, I used the contour dies. So this is Scallop Contours die. And this is the deal with these dies. They're fabulous. So they are, let's see here, there's 8 of them. So I love these big pieces, all the rectangles. So the big one has a nice scallop, right? Cuts that out. Center is solid, okay? This one has the scallop, and it gives a nice little like dots all on the edge. This one has the nice scallops, but it gives stitching on the edge. This is the one I used, and it has the scallop, but it also cuts along this edge. Has little cuts on there. So, and then this one has the scallop solid in the middle, but then it has little holes in there. And then this is very useful piece. I love that for the scallop edge. So what we're going to use is we're going to create this piece, and a lot of times we'll cut out our scallop, and then I have to measure to see, where exactly, how to get it so that you have that nice edge and the inside fits perfectly. Well, in this one, if you cut both of them out, the white and the blue, the Night of Navy, with this die, it cuts this out, and you just have to take a couple little snips, and you've got your perfect inside piece. So let's get started doing that. I'm going to move that over. Here's I even gave myself 2 tries on the Hey Friend, and just in case. So I have 2 pieces of cardstock cut the exact same size. I'm going to run them through separately, but I'm going to run them both through with this die so that I can get, with this, it'll cut and I will have the perfect interior piece for my card. So I'm going to bring over the Mighty Mini machine and we'll do the Night of Navy first. So I'm just going to put this on here. We're going to run it through. Let's see here. I'm going to stand up because I always make a mess here. Hi, Marie. When I stand up, I can see, oops, who's visiting me. Oh my goodness, I have a bow in there. I don't know where that came from. There you go. There, I have a bow. See, now I'll have to use that on a card this afternoon. So here it goes. This cuts out perfect. And then you have this little, so if you wanted to run like ribbon through here, whatever, you can see that you have these edges cut out. So that's the outside. Now I'm going to do it again with the white cardstock. Now that I don't have a bow in there, I don't know where that came from. Heavens only knows. Heaven only knows. I don't know. Let's see here. Okay, I'm going to run it through again. It slides with this paper here. So otherwise it has good little grippers on there that I don't have to worry about that. So there we go. There's our other piece. Move that off to the side. So very little waste. You see that? Very little waste. You can cut them pretty close. So, okay. So here's my piece that I want for the center of my flower. I'm going to straighten this out. Let's see if I have it straight for y'all. There we go. Good enough. Good enough. There we go. Okay. So all I'm going to do is take my paper snips. And I'm going to just snip this. Now you could keep this and use it on another. So you snip the corners and you snip the ends here, the short ends. And then you've got a perfect layer for inside of your scallop. So what I did on that, oh, my light just flashed for no good reason. Except I have to get a new light, I think. What I want to do is, let's see here, get this cut out before I cut my finger. There we go. Okay, so there we go. I have a perfect inside for my square. So that's going to glue onto there. I'm just going to cut this little extra piece here because I want it to be perfectly rectangle, perfect rectangle. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to put that off to the side. I stamped it. Of course, I always stamp before you glue, right? So I stamped it. Then I glued it on here and I wanted it elevated. So when I put my dimensionals on, I made sure that my dimensionals went over this edge. So they went right on the edge. So that's a good thing to use with your dimensionals, like all these edges. So I have a nice flat edge that I can put on the edges of that piece so that I can elevate it all up at the same time and glue it together. So, ta-da, ta-da. Let's put this on here. All right, now this is such a cute stamp set. Love it. I'm gonna move this off to the side, otherwise I'll get it dirty. So to start out with my flower, I started with the flower because I wanted it to go all the way to the top. It does have a stem and you can extend the stem however long you want. So my thing was I wanted it to fill that piece and that's what I did. So it's photopolymer. So I'm using Calypso Coral so that it matches the paper. And I'm just going to stamp this at the top, kind of center it side to side and from the top. Ta-da. All right. So there's that one. I'm going to use it again inside, so I'll leave that out for right now. Okay, and then I used Just Jade for the stem because that matches the designer paper. So here's the stem, this cute little tiny stem. So just ink it up, start it at the top, and then I can match it up again. Thank you, photopolymer. Ta-da. So I can extend my stem. And then they have the leaves on this one. So this stamp set is kind of cool because they have big leaves that are connected, looks like a whale tail, for the bigger flowers. And then they have these little leaves that are connected. And then they have separate leaves. So, and then these little bunch of leaves. So it gives you lots of nice options. And then on this one too, I started at the top and I'm just centering my little leaves here. Ta-da! I love working with the photopolymer with this kind of deal. There. I put 4 on my card. I put 3 on this one. I centered them out a little bit more. So let's see here. We'll just put that up there because we will use that again. Okay. So now I have my flowers all done. And I'm going to glue this to my scalloped rectangle from the Contours dies. Just like that. There we go. And it matches perfect. It even has like a nice little kind of rim around there. I'll hold it up and see if you guys can even, not sure if you can see that, but it has a nice rim. So there we go. It gives a little indentation and that's okay. Oh yeah, you can see it. See that little rim? That's kind of cool. I like that. It's a frame. It's a frame. I like it. So I'm going to go ahead and put my sides on here. So I'm just cutting, and when I finish these up, this is what I do. I cut it all up and then I use them mainly on my samples when I'm working. I kind of use all those little edges up, and then in the baskets for you guys I put try to put the whole ones in. But so what I did was I just matched this up, the flat edge, nice and close to the scallop, so that it glued those 2 pieces together. Ta-da! Just like that. So there we go. Simple Simon. There. And then on the end, I just put a dot here. Put a dot on the ends. It was more the sides that I was concerned about. So remember, it's connected in the center of those, but we're gonna cover these sides up and get that connected so it's nice and sturdy. And I just have to get it close to the scalloped edge, but not over it. So there we go. Close to the scalloped edge, and I need one more piece. We'll just use one of these and go like that. Ta-da! There we go. Ta-da, ta-da. All set with our flower. All right. So I thought it was kind of interesting to have, of course, I picked out the DSP, then I picked out, you know, what I wanted to coordinate with, just like I do when I'm working with the Monkey Cut kits. So I'm going to just glue these on. I wanted kind of a solid background for this lower piece, but had to make sure when you are working with this, make sure they are directional, some of them. So these are, unless you want your flowers upside down, that would bother me. So don't put your flowers upside down. There we go. So I have that piece cut. I love this. So I intentionally moved this over so that more of that would show. I just think, I mean, both sides are so good. It's hard to decide which side to use on some of these because both sides are just really lovely. And I think I'm going to put this here. So I'm just kind of laying it down part way. So I have mirrored edges, same size. Okay. Then I have my white, which is like the gut size, right? That goes on the front. So I thought about a color, but I thought it's busy enough, and I wanted the focus to be on the flower, the words. You know, I didn't think it needed anything else. I want to put this at the top to show it. So I put this over here, and again, I just kind of mimicked, I wanted the same border all the way around here. And then this piece goes way down at the bottom. And let's hope it works out like it did on my other one, is that it goes all the way to the edge of here, like that, of that piece, and then leaves that same kind of border right here. So I think I went down a little bit further, but that's okay. It's okay. There we go. And then I have my, I might put another one in the corner there because that one's further away. Here's a little piece I cut before. So there we go. Ta-da. All right, let's put this on. And then we'll put our words on. I like it. It's like the verses on this set. It's best day ever. Thanks so much. In a really nice, fun, scripty font. And then, hey friend, and you are perfectly unique, which is really kind of cool. I like that. I'm just peeling off the, did I get them all off? Yes, I did. Okay. Peeling off the backing. And then I just put this up here, off to the side. I'm just kind of getting an even border here, and I want to leave enough down at the bottom for my verse, which I'll also pop up. So there we go. Here's my little verse. This little baby piece. I'm like, oh, please let me get it right. Okay, Night of Navy. I generally do the darker color for my words. Hey, friend. I'm using all different size blocks because with having 18 buckets all set up to stamp with, I needed to order some extra blocks. I had enough for that, but I don't have enough for my desk to play with. So I'm just kind of centering this in off to one side because I'm going to cut a little whale tail on there. Ta-da. There we go. Move that up. And I'll cut my little whale tail just down the center. And bloop bloop. I know we have that punch, but I was not going to pull it out. I'm just going to show you what I'm doing. What I did. Here we go. We'll put some dimensionals on here. I like to have the verse. I mean, that's the focus, right? That's what you're trying to. Hey, friend. Here we go. Here, let's see here. Sometimes we read these off and they can be like, really? We got really silly with one that was like, hey, sailor. Hey, sailor. Here we go. Okay. I'm going to put this on here. This one's going to go to the edge of my paper, and I'm kind of centering it between the flower and the edge. There we go. And ta-da! Now, we'll glue this on. Now that I have this whole piece made, that whole layer kind of put together as a little package. There we go. There. Oh, so cute. I love it. Love these bright colors. This is a fun card. I think it's a fun card. Hopefully y'all do. Okay. Put this down here. There we go. There. Okay. Ta-da. Now for the inside, because the flower was so much fun, I put a flower in the inside too because it's so fast and so easy. And in the inside we put You Are Perfectly Unique. And again with the Night of Navy. And I generally will put the words on first. That's the focus, right? The other is an accent. So I put the words in, and that way I know where to place my flower. So I'm going to close this up. And instead of wearing it, here's my flower. I'm going to go with the flower first, and then put my stamp or my stem and leaves on. So I'm going to go all the way up like this because it's so darn cute. I usually put it off to this side. This is the side you sign on. So that is what I'm thinking. You're like, why does she always go to that side? That's why. Here we go. And again, I'm going to extend my little stem. There. Extend the stem. Oh, I need that for my leaves. Okay. I think these are so easy and so fun. You know, I love the coloring and I love using the blends and all that kind of stuff, but sometimes it's nice just to have a set like this where everything is solid, right? You're just using your ink pads. So, ta-da! There we go. I'm going to close this up. So this is a fun option to doing, you know, taking a little break from the coloring and the blends and the paper or the watercolor pencils, all that kind of stuff. Just a nice solid color, just to stamp the flowers in a solid pattern. And then they have enough cut out that it gives some dimension to it. It's not just kind of flat looking. There we go. Let's put this inside. Layer, layer, layer. That's what I do. Layer, layer. But look at how much nicer that looks. Finished. And it not only looks nice, the card is balanced. Because I have a lot on the front. If you had nothing in the inside, it would be kind of unbalanced. And last but not least, let's get our lovely adhesive back sequence. You know, this is one of my favorite things. And here we go. We're going to get my pickup tool over here and put some of these on. This matches so perfect. I was like, oh, this is fun. There we go. And they're nice and big. You can see them. So they'll kind of sparkle and shine a little bit on your card. Give it a little glitz and glamour, because I didn't put a bow on this one. Julie, I didn't put a bow on this one. I love when I put bows on if we have to make a lot. So there we go. This is in Symmetry. And here's the punch. I thought about kind of putting those little leaves somewhere, but yeah, I didn't, because I just didn't. I thought it was enough. I had enough going on, and I thought it was very cute as it is. So here's the card we did today. Here's another card I did with that same set. So remember I said to you, this flower it's a half flower, but if you put two together, guess what? You have a whole flower. So this one kind of had a completely different look, and I thought it's just flowers. So I started out, I didn't know what I was going to do. I started out in the corner with this big flower in Bumblebee, because I wasn't sure at that point if I was going to bring in some of the Symmetry, Sweet Symmetry designer paper or not. I was just playing. So I did the big flowers. Then I did these little orange flowers, pumpkin pie. And then, yeah, it just kind of went together. So here I used the separate leaves. I stamped them together. I do have two flowers bumped up there. I have the verse bumped up. Don't you love that font? These are fussy cut, not a big deal. It was really fast. And then here's the inside. So I did use some jewels inside too, because I thought that looked so cute. And I used some of the gilded gems on the big flowers. They're gold. And then I used some of the little rhinestones on these two that are bumped up. So, ta-da. So same stamp set, totally different look. Using it a little bit different. So there you go. I used Just Jade on everything. So I pulled out my other favorite, Shaded Spruce, for the leaves on here, just to add another kind of a punchy accent color, because it was just too much blended. So that's how the leaves got put in there. So there you go. That's that one. So the other thing that I worked on this morning, which I had so much fun, I was using these whirly dies. So it's called Give It a Whirl dies. They are $39. They're on page 57 of the annual catalog. They're not really connected with any particular stamp set. However, you can see them being used on page 57 of the catalog. So it has 21 pieces to the die set. So it's kind of cool. They have these pieces that have the little circle here on them, and that determines what shape you want for your cutout. So you can do a rectangle, the triangle, the heart, this would be the heart, this would be a circle. I was going to show you on page, let's see here, I think I have it marked off. So here it is being used in the catalog with this little space set. So you can see they stamp the images, and then you have the little little cutouts, but it's not, they're just showing you. So this piece here cuts off the whole big piece, and then you have all these little pieces. So when you take, this is the wheel that you're going to spin. Ooh, here it is. Here's the one that I did. So this was my first one making it. They have die cuts for the little tiny, that would be an arrow, the tiny arrow, so it tells you to turn. So here it is, and I love the chickens. You know I love the chickens, so I had to use the chickens on here. Ta-da! So there's one chicken, and here's another chicken. So this is the Hey Birthday Chick stamp set that kind of like lined up accidentally on purpose. Not really, I didn't try to do that. And here's the little party chick. So this piece here cuts out this whole front piece, right? Now, I wanted this to be a little sturdier, so I cut this piece out with the heavy white, thick white cardstock, and then I cut it out with the designer paper. And that way, when you cut this, it kind of leaves an impression here of this bar across here. Well, some people that bothered them, and it really didn't bother me all that much, but it was a white piece. I needed a little more to make it a little sturdier. And so I just covered the whole thing with the designer paper. This is the pattern party paper that you can get as a hostess. I have been using that a ton. I love it. So we're back to Brad's, folks. We're back to Brad's. And on this one, we have square and round Brad's, black and white here. Ta-da! So, and you get a million of them in a container, 200. So really, that's a lot of cards. So you better start whirling it. So here we go. And then the arrow tells them to turn. So we do not have Granny Apple Green ribbon, but on my card we do, because I took the Granny Apple Green blend and I took this white ribbon, and you just simply, where'd I put it? It's underneath the stamp set. I take the paintbrush end, hold this in place, and you just color it like that. Ta-da! Now I have Granny Apple Green ribbon that will match my card. So simple, so easy. It goes all the way through. This is nice and thin, so you're not using a lot of the ink. Remember, we used to put it into our classic inks, but if you do that, it will bleed. That classic inks are water soluble, right? So these are not. So once you have it colored and it's dry, it's not going to end up on your fingers. So there we go. Here's the inside of my card. Another piece of the designer paper, little scrap piece, and then we had to put a balloon in there because it's happy birthday. And I just said I don't usually put anything on this side, but it worked out well. So you can sign over here. So there we go. So on Friday, I'll show you some more using this. But how this works is you take this nice big piece here, and it's going to have all stitching around it. So it'll cut out. There's a cut edge on the very edge of it. And then you'll have all kinds of stitching around it. Really cute. And this circle here, where your brad is going to go through when you're done, has a little raised edge to it, because that's going to cut out that circle. So what you do is you take, like I used this one, you take this circle and cut side up like that. So this kind of fits over on this little, there's a little lip there, and this will just fit over the lip. So when you put it down, you're going to have the cut side all up. I had it this way. But when you lay it down, so what I did on the pattern, I just laid this down and I just felt where it kind of clicked into place there. So, and then you can put it wherever you want. So you could put it at the top. You could put it, I chose to put it at the bottom and have my words at the top. But then you do the same thing with your other pieces, however you want it cut out. Ta-da. There we go. So you just line it up, cut it out, and then you'll have that piece all cut out and this piece all cut out with the nice little, and then this, when you cut with this one, again, it leaves an impression where these borders are. And so let's see here, you can see it on this one. So here's the board. You can see that little impression right there. Whoops, there we go. You can see a little impression right there. And so I knew where to go. What I didn't realize on my first coloring was that I should not color all the way to the edge, because it gives you the edge also. Because if you color all the way to the edge, when you turn your card over here, I had chicken showing. So I didn't want that. So instead, I redid it. And now I don't have chicken showing on my little edge piece here. So pretty easy. Really simple to do. Probably the hardest part was gluing on the arrow, which you could use the adhesive sheets. I used the fine tip glue, and I used this because this is so tiny, and also if you get anywhere else, it doesn't remain sticky. When you use our mono glue, it stays sticky, right? Even when it's dry, it'll be tacky. When you use this fine tip glue, it's not. So there you go. Ta-da. So that's the card for today. On Friday, I'll make some more using this, and then I'll actually make a card on Friday showing you how to use the dies. I just think this is a great set, lots of fun. Look at the little clouds. So things that you could use on other cards. Oh, and the other thing is this little circle that has the scallops, kind of like on the contour dies, but this also cuts this center circle out. So I cut it once in the green so that I would, because I wanted the granny apple green there, and then I cut it again in white. So now I have this circle, scallop circle, that I can use on a different card. And I also have the perfect size that I can use on this card to fill it in. So lots of fun things today. I was waiting to work on that, and I just didn't get it done right away, and so sorry that I'm a little late on the game with that, but I will show you on Friday how well it works out. And we'll stamp a card together on Friday using the Give It a Whirl. I'm not sure what little critters I'm going to put in it yet, but the plan is to make some more of them just to feel comfortable. I did pop this up so that you have room for that. You just have to make sure you don't make and do anything that's going to impede the wheel, right? There we go. So I'm always hoping that they get one shot that stays with all my cards that I made today, and that's what I would put on the video. But they usually have something, I don't know how to change that, the thumbnail. So there we go. Ta-da! Those are the cards for today. I'm going to turn the camera around. Here we go. Maybe. And, woo! Okay, I always get my hand in the way, sorry. There we go. Okay, that's it. So lots of fun. I hope you enjoyed it. I will be joining you tomorrow. See this mop? Tomorrow I get all this cut off. So, but not until 3 o'clock. So I'll be on at 2 tomorrow with Winging It on Wednesday with one of the, I'm not sure which kit I'm going to use. If there's a kit that I've shown that you are interested in seeing again, let me know. I am happy to say that our Impressions in Ink designer paper should be in. I'm hoping this week, next week for sure. So those of you that have that monkey cut kit ordered, I'm finally getting the paper in. Yay! So I was excited yesterday. I saw that I quick put in an order for a bunch of it. So hopefully we will have those out and ready to send out to y'all, so you can get ready playing with those. But if there's a certain kit that you want to see, let me know, and that's what I'll do tomorrow. So it'll be short and sweet tomorrow since I can go and get this mop cut off. So thank you. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow at 2. Take care. Bye-bye.